Hey everybody, it's Anthony Kabana. Welcome to a new Halloween Horror Nights video. I'm really excited because today, for the video that we're going to be doing, is a review of the 10 houses that they had at Universal Studios Orlando, Florida. And I'm really excited to get into this list. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It is always appreciated. And let's go talk about some Halloween Horror Nights. So starting at number 10, we do have Chucky, the Ultimate Kill Count. I wasn't really a big fan of the scares in that house. It was, I'm going to say they did have a lot of cool stuff in the house. So there's stuff that I did like in the house, but I think there were houses that were a lot better in comparison. And then we're going to move on to number 9, which was for The Exorcist Believer. Now, I know because it's a movie that's not out yet, and that's what they went with for one of the houses. They did have some cool stuff in there as well, same as Chucky. Like, they kind of threw in a lot of cool stuff in there. All right, and we're continuing the video. I had to go back and look at the list, and I may have to do that a couple times throughout the video just to make sure that I get the right names of the houses for the video, which is coming along pretty good so far. So let's move on to number 8, which is Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins. When we saw Dr. Oddfellow at the beginning of the park, I love the whole thing for that. Now, when I got into the house-wise, a little bit more scares than The Exorcist for the Exorcist Believer house. I will say, a lot of cool costume pieces. I liked going through that world. So, yeah, I would recommend going through that house. Next, we had the Blood Moon Dark Offerings. This one I wasn't really sure of how it was going to go, because it reminded me of one of the other houses I think they did for 2022. It was like another festival type thing. But with this one, it was more like almost like a cult thing, and I wasn't sure how that one was going to go. And they had a really cool scare in there, which I'm not going to say what it is. I'm going to leave that up to your imaginations. It was really fun and very creative. So it got some creative points for me on the list to be at number 7. So I'm really excited to see what everybody thinks of that house. And let's go see what number 6 is going to be. All right, let's discuss house number 6. Now, house number 6 was the Yeti Campground Kills. This was one that, again, that I wasn't really sure where they're going to go with it. But I was very impressed with some of the stuff that they had in there. There is another scare, like the Blood Moon Dark Offering one. That was really cool. Because I don't really see them doing that as often. So I'm not going to spoil it, because we got plenty of time for the event going on, because it goes on until November 4th, I believe. And it does not run Monday or Tuesdays, unless it's like Halloween falls on one of those days. Then they'll have it going on, I'm pretty sure. But let's go on to house number 5. And that is Dueling Dragons, Choose Thy Fate. Honestly, I wasn't really sure what to expect from this house. This was like in my top 3 of what I wanted to see. And I'm glad at least it made number 5 on the list. I will say, you do get to choose an ending for how you go through it. At the very end, they put like a fork in the road where there's two paths. I can't talk today. One is for fire and one is for ice, and you can go see who the winner is. They will try to scare you on either side, so just be prepared for that they will try to. But it was really cool. I like the theming of it. Like, the monsters look really cool. In one of the rooms, I know people on YouTube have shown this part where there's 2 dragons up above for each fire and ice. Or just one of each dragon for fire and ice. And I was like, that's really cool. And that helped make this house go up higher, because it looked so cool. There was a lot of good scares in there for me. So I'm glad that this one's at number 5. And now at number 4, oddly enough, is Stranger Things 4. Uh, it was a really cool world to walk through. This was also in my top 3 to go see. And I was kind of expecting more Demogorgon stuff. There was a lot of Vecna in there, but that was actually really fun to see Vecna a lot. And yeah, it was really cool. They do go through a good amount of stuff from the show. There's some stuff that they didn't go through. Uh, but if you're a Metallica fan, they do a certain scene uh, for the house. I don't remember the guitar if it was in it or not, but they do try to do that one particular scene. Just in case if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to really spoil it. So let's move on to number 3. And this house actually shocked me the most out of the original houses. And this was The Darkest Deal. I wasn't really sure. This was like on the bottom of my list. I wasn't really sure what how this house was going to go or what was like really going to be in it. But after going through there, the story was really cool. They got me a bunch in that house and it was fantastic. If I have to recommend out of the original houses, The Darkest Deal is one of the best ones. So go check out that house while you're down there if you're there for the event. Let's go to number 2 now. This was a very hard decision to make. For number 2 and number 1, it was very close back and forth. But at number 2 is Universal Monsters Unmasked. And there was a lot of cool theming throughout the whole thing. I got a lot of good scares again in this one. I got double scared in this one and in The Darkest Deal at one point, which was really cool. I will say the only thing that would have probably made this number 1 for me if the Invisible Man had a little bit more time in the house, because it seemed like the other 3 had way more time in the house, seeing them as characters. But also with that one, the props and stuff that they use, like they're spraying water. Like I think when you first go in, it's like raining down on the streets, and like they actually have like a little bit of water coming down, and I think that was really cool, because that gives the house a little bit more of a unique way to go through to start the experience. And number 1, now I know I did a video for this a little while ago, but The Last of Us was number 1. I was really impressed with the scares, the world that we were in, how well the costumes were for it. This was really cool. And this one, I think I waited about an hour and a half for The Last of Us house. I would say that is definitely well worth the wait for that one, especially if you're a video game fan or if you're a fan of the show. But honestly, this year was very well put together with a lot of the houses and stuff like that. And maybe next year I'll do another review on the houses. I don't think I'm going to do a Scare Zone review for this year, but I'm still thinking about it. I'm not really sure yet. But The Last of Us house, it was amazing. It blew me away, and I can't wait to see what houses they get next year. Hopefully Five Nights at Freddy's. I would love to see them do Resident Evil. Maybe do something like Resident Evil 4. Hopefully we can do that. And before we close the video, if you're noticing the jacket I've been wearing the whole video, this is actually at the park for Halloween Horror Nights. And it is the Stranger Things jacket. And we also have the little Boo necklace, like how you saw in the intro. And I'm really excited for this. Like, if they do more stuff like this. Because I thought this was a really neat idea. And they actually have them, like, flash, like, the lights on these. And I was going to do this for the video, like, probably get it to flash, but mine wasn't really flashing because it's just, like, stuck like that, unless I have to change the setting, like if I undo the back. But overall, I am very happy with Halloween Horror Nights. I almost said Five Nights at Freddy's. But I am super thrilled about Halloween Horror Nights after going through all the stuff for this year. And I'm really excited to see what they can do next. So thanks everybody for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It is always appreciated, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.